Anyama community in Ogwea local government area of Bayelsa state is slowly facing extinction as farmlands, historical structures and houses of the residents are being washed away by the heavy current of high-rising water from the river. Our community report tonight takes a look at how the dwellers are coping and their passionate appeal to authorities to come to their rescue.
So we beg, make you people help us.
A desperate plea for help by indigents of Agay community to the federal government as properties worth millions of naira lost on a daily basis due to ocean encroachment. This necessitated an over 3-hour journey from Yenagoa by road and another 2 hours on a fast-moving speedboat to Agay, a community right beside the Atlantic Ocean. The NEMA and SEMA team are here in Agay town for an assessment visit, and they are stunned by the sad reality the people of the community have to deal with.
That was the point where the community was.
This fishing community has had its fair share of flooding and erosion, and their present condition is worsened by this uncontrollable ocean surge. This electric pole, right now in the midst of the sea, was once in the midst of Agay community.
The electric pole you are seeing there, the concrete pole you are seeing there, used to be the Agay internal road some 5 years back. Today is now part of the Atlantic Ocean. We need an urgent step to be taken by the federal government to salvage the situation. Otherwise, this community will be a thing of the past in the next couple of years.
They can no longer afford the luxury of simply leaving their canoes and boats at the riverbank. Hence, they regularly carry their heavy boats into the remaining land mass. The assessment team addressing the people urges them to be calm as their plight will soon be addressed.
Our duty here is to do a proper assessment of the situation. And then we believe that by God's grace, our part is here to give relief to the affected communities. Although we are not the government agency that is responsible for building embankment to give a permanent solution to this problem, but we will also go ahead and make a recommendation to the various agencies so that this occurrence will cease.
The federal government needs to come to the aid of Agay community. And beside the federal government, while we are talking about the shore protection, the people are in devastating situation. I'm equally calling on NEMA to please come to the aid of the people by sending some immediate relief materials to cushion the effect of the people.
The community takes in the assurances by members of the assessment team, and what they need is a quick and permanent solution to this ocean surge, which is steadily wiping out their land mass.
I'll take a detour now. One of Nigeria's leading mobile phone providers, Itel Mobile, is celebrating its 10 years anniversary with the launch of the S32. Itel management says it's offering its customers an exciting selfie experience with a powerful dual camera and battery durability.
This performance by the dance troupe sets the tone for Itel Mobile's celebration of 10 years of doing business in Nigeria. With Itel now covering over 50 countries and a record cumulative sale of 150 million units and over 1 million smartphones per month across Africa, Itel has enough reasons to roll out the drums.
Today, Itel cover more than 50 different countries.
With the cutting of the cake, it's time to take stock of the achievements of Itel Mobile, considering the market trends and customer demands.
That is
As you can see, no matter the night selfie effect or the outdoor selfie effect, our S31 is even better than this J5.
Most of the people like pictures taken with the digital camera because of the blurred background effect.
Looking ahead, ITEL is defining a future for smartphone users with the introduction of its S32 model, coming with exciting features like dual camera and a high-definition lighting system.
We provide reliable service, reliable products, and a reliable price for people to trust and link on.
So we try to produce a big battery phones, for example, to cover such a pool. We also know the youths, they prefer selfie, the tailor of selfies. We also focus on that area in our selfie series. We also know that there are some people, they don't want to use an Android phone that can do WhatsApp, all the basic features.
We are more of a people kind of brand, and we listen to what the people want, and we deliver such fantastic solutions to their needs.
After 10 years of doing business in Nigeria, ITEL is saying to its customers, let's give you a most rewarding lifestyle with the power to change your future using ITEL mobile phone.
Meanwhile, with the federal government struggling to fund its annual budget, players in Nigeria's ICT sector are wooing investors to the country in a bid to generate foreign exchange. This is in a bid to record the level of success similar to what obtains in advanced countries through ICT investments. The players who spoke during the Africa Investment Forum at the Gulf Information and Technology Exhibition in Dubai also promised investors that Nigeria, with a high population of ICT-inclined youth, will provide an enabling environment to ensure return on investment.
From all indication, is positioned to become the next center of attraction for investment. With more than 50 countries having an annual GDP growth of more than 6%, that makes the continent the second highest after Asia.
As you all know, that Nigeria is the sixth crude oil producing nation in the world.
Here at the Africa Investment Forum, held at the GTEX 2017 in Dubai, a Nigerian delegation makes a case for Nigeria.
There is a genuine effort to diversify our economy to avoid relying so much on oil.
With ICT as the new crude and driver of the fourth industrial revolution, investors are needed to support government's efforts to ensure a booming ICT economy that can rival that of the United States and the United Kingdom.
Our population is very vibrant. We have young people that do not understand any language except ICT. They sleep with ICT, they wake up with ICT, they eat through ICT. Whatever they do is through ICT. So we don't have this challenge of aging of our population. That is why by implication, if you come to Nigeria, you are dealing with a population where 70% of its population are youth that are ICT natives, which is very important indeed.
There are more incentives in the offing.
ICT being the next oil of Nigeria is something that the legislative arm has given it a very, very serious backing to make sure that all the relevant laws that will protect investors, that will make whatever policy that is made by the executive stands the test of time is being backed by law.
One question on the minds of investors will be key areas to put their mouths.
One of the most notable things that are going to come to the fore probably is a couple of licenses will be issued by the National Communications Commission to be able to facilitate that. One of them is the Infraco, what they call Infraco company licenses. So there are huge investment opportunities for people within the infrastructure space that seek to get return on investment quickly within Nigeria.
Some investors who were present at the event, such as Plateau's Media and Telenity, have already indicated their readiness to visit and invest in Nigeria's burgeoning tech ecosystem. Despite already existing investments by tech giants Google, Facebook, and others, the potential of Nigeria's tech industry remains huge and seems ready to accommodate as many genuine players as possible.
And now to the arts. Ascension is an exhibition by two artists, Wallace and Jefferson, at the My Dream Gallery in Lagos. Both of them bring their diverse styles to the exhibition hall. We'll see it on Art Review tonight.
A reality birthed out of a dream. That's how art lovers like to call it. The My Dream Art Gallery, located at the heart of Ikoyi, Lagos, southwest Nigeria, is anxiously awaiting the visitors that will come for this exhibition by Wallace Ejo and Jefferson Jonahan. They are not disappointed as the guests trickle in to support these talented individuals who are displaying the fruit of months of toiling in the art studio, which makes them believe their art is entering a new level.
The word ascension is a very profound word that, has to do with pedigree. Our pedigree as a middle artist basically is stand out of, our projections in our different disciplines, what we have been, engaged in basically as painters.
Wallace is a figurative painter, while one will be forgiven to think that Jefferson is a photographer because of his hyper-realistic style of painting, so the audience don't need to look too close to differentiate who has what. They've adopted a technique.
I work with oil, paint, and acrylic, while my friend Jeff works with pastel and charcoal on paper. It was an agreement between myself and him for him to work with charcoal and pastels while I work with oil on canvas, so that when you come here to see this work, you'll be able to tell that these ones are for Ejo and these ones are for Jeff.
Some of the works are instructive, laced with a bit of humor, like this one, which says, "Register your child now and Transformation Nursery and Primary School," which is a rather witty name to call an institution. Their colleagues and students are here to support this show. Dada Oluwaseun was even used as a muse by his Wallace in this painting called Maverick.
It seems to be like an accident when it started. But after the first painting, then every other artist started joining in to paint portrait of me. And in particular, this particular work is titled Maverick, because the artist who painted it felt my ways are not straight, are not pure, are not I wouldn't say in a dubious way, in a negative way, that my ways are just not normal, that I don't act like the normal human being. So I don't know what attracted him to do this, but I feel very, very wonderful, I feel fulfilled, to have something like this painted of me.
And the camera keeps clicking away as more guests are excited to see their ascension and the evidence hanging on the wall.